Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This segment's gonna be kind of like podcast format, no fancy editing, just gonna rant. A little bit late on this, but I have time now. I would like to go over the Chito Vera versus Rob Font fight. I thought it was a freaking it was an amazing performance by Chito Vera. I felt like there were instances in a fight that he could have turned it up a little bit and finished Rob Font, but I'm gonna get into that. And speaking of Rob Font, what a super tough dude, man. Rob Font took a beating in that fight, but he kept getting up. He kept answering the bell, and man, there were some instances in that fight that were basically hard to watch. I forgot what round it was. It may have been the third round. I think it was the third, but it ended pretty much with Rob Font on his back, Chito Vera standing over him and leg kicking him. And Rob Font was he looked bewildered. He looked like he didn't know where he was at. His eyes were just like bugged out, popping out of his head. And I remember thinking, like, man, they could easily stop this fight. It could have been the fourth round. I'm a little bit foggy right now on it, but yeah, it was one particular instance that Rob Font got dropped, and it was like, damn, man, like this is bad. But to his credit, you know, to his team's credit, they knew that he had more in the tank to at least finish the fight, and he continued. He ended the fight. I feel like Rob Font is very talented. He has great boxing for mixed martial arts. He's very heavy-handed. I feel like the shots, you know, pound for pound, the shots that he was landing on Chito Vera they seem like to hurt Chito Vera more, as crazy as that sounds. Chito, especially in the earlier rounds, like rounds 1, rounds 2, but Font was landing that, I believe it was a rear uppercut. He has a nasty uppercut, and he just sneaks that thing in there, has a lot of power. Chito Vera was blocking, but you know, it was sneaking in. It definitely was stunning Chito Vera early on in the fight. But the problem is that, you know, I think pound for pound, Rob Font does have more power than Chito Vera. But as the fight went on, and Chito's durability, you know, kept him in the fight, Rob Font's gas tank, you know, was decreasing, which took away from power in his shots, from popping his shots. So, you know, his strikes weren't as effective as in the beginning of the fight, and it showed. And Chito Vera's, you know, his endurance is just top notch. There were some people questioning whether or not, you know, 5 rounds were going to affect Chito Vera. And it's like, no, I didn't think so at all. That guy's such a hard worker. Bisping's, you know, always talking about Chito Vera's work ethic, them being friends and more or less like teammates for the most part, because Bisping trains out of like Ruka Gym with Jason Perillo. And of course, Rob Font is a part of that. Not Rob Font, excuse me. Chito Vera is a part of that camp. And so is Mackenzie Dern. You know, everybody talks about Vera's work ethic. The dude is an animal. He talks about it himself. I mean, he has so much drive. He's so determined to win that belt. And I really admire Chito Vera for that, you know, for that fact. The guy's a savage. The guy is a savage. Every outing, he gets better and better. And in this particular fight, it was like his durability, the diversity on the feet. He was mixing it up a lot better than Rob Font. And he basically fought smarter. It was kind of like the bull versus the matador. And then as the fight went on, Chito Vera became the bull. You know, again, durability, fighting smart, covering up, conserving his energy, letting Font kind of wear himself out. I know Font, you know, missed weight basically by 2 pounds. So that was kind of a sign that he might be a little bit drained in the fight. And that's just a bad combination. You got a guy like Chito Vera who has sick cardio, crazy endurance, and Rob Font possibly, you know, compromise cardio and endurance wise. But yeah, going back to the fight itself, I feel like there were instances that Chito Vera could have ended that, and I don't know if he didn't end the fight out of respect for Rob Font or if it was just playing around too much and experience. But I feel like if Chito Vera would have stepped on the gas a little bit, I think he could have ended that. But I think he was playing it safe. I think part of it was inexperience. I know the commentators were talking about it. Bisbing, I think specifically, is like, you know, this ain't time to stick your tongue out and goof around or joke. Like, this is an important fight for your career, so, you know, step on it a little bit. But overall, great win for Chito Vera. Shoots him up, you know, further up the rankings. And I would imagine, you know, it's a top 5 guy. I'm not sure if Rob Font was within the top 5. I don't think so, but definitely upper echelon of the weight class for Chito Vera. Rob Font drops a little bit. He has to figure some stuff out, but he's still a great, tough fighter. Definitely not the end of the road for him. And yeah, it was a very entertaining, at times shocking fight. But that's all I got, guys, on that particular matchup Saturday. Really enjoyable. You guys let me know in the comment section what you thought about the Chito Vera versus Rob Font fight. Would love to read your thoughts. Thanks for watching this segment, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.